Hey man, I was right. I told y'all. I told y'all the Bucks are gonna win that game. This is coming off of game 4. What can I say? Chris Middleton finally showed up. Oh man. Alright, let me start from the very beginning, right? The way the game was going when it first started, the first like 2 quarters, Giannis had a little bit of a slow start. I don't remember exactly if he had like what was it, like 18 points in the first half, or was that just the first? Was that the first half? Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little tired that night when I was watching the game, but I remember when I was watching, Giannis did have a bit of a slow start, and it seemed like Chris Paul, man, like what is going on with that dude, bro? I mean, you know what? Let me shut up. Chris Paul, keep doing what you're doing. It's perfectly fine. Don't change nothing. Because I want the Bucks to win. I said I was going for the Bucks from the very beginning. Yo, the Bucks just I don't know what it is about that team. I just feel like they could really win this series. This is definitely a series now because it's 2-2. But like I said before, I was going with the Bucks from the very beginning. I was concerned because you know what, Middleton wasn't stepping up, and Giannis has consistently played good games. Consistently. I mean, has he had a bad game? He only had like a bad, not even a bad. He had like a decent half, like in game 4, like a slow half in game 4. And then he picked it up later on. But Chris Middleton came along. He dropped 40. I think he dropped 40 points. And Chris Paul was just a no. He was a no-show, man. I'm gonna just call it like it was, man. Chris Paul was a no-show. The way it's looking, honestly, because I remember a lot of people saying that, you know, if the Suns win the series, then it looks like Chris Paul's gonna take that Finals MVP because Devin Booker had a bad game 3, I believe it was. He had a bad game 3. Bro, Devin Booker might have had a bad game 3, but do y'all see what happened in game 4 with Chris Paul? I mean, the dude was awful. Awful. How many turnovers they said he has now? I think it's 18 when I checked. 18 turnovers in the past 4 games. But then I remember when he was playing against, was that the Nuggets? Where he had 1 game with no turnovers at all. But so far in the series with the Bucks, every game he's had a turnover. So, Chris Paul, man, like I said, hey, you do what you're doing, bro. I ain't complaining, but 6 or 7. I mean, I said Bucks in 6 to begin with. Then I said 7. If he keep playing like this, it's gonna go 6. But I'm still gonna take the Bucks in 7. And Devin Booker, bro, you gotta stop fouling out, man. Like you're hitting big shots, but bro, like why do you keep fouling out? Like it's a consistent. I've never seen since I like started watching the Suns. I've never seen another Suns player foul out so much. He fouled out in that game. Did he fouled out in the Clippers game too, I believe. Not game 2, but I believe he fouled out. Was that game 4? He fouled out in game 4. I just checked. It was game 4 against the Clippers. I knew I wasn't bugging. He fouls out too consistently. Like this is what's strange about Devin Booker. He'll have a crazy game where he drops 42 like last night, and then he'll have games where he fouls out. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I mean, at some point you can't blame the refs for you fouling out consistently like that. It's him at that point. It's nobody else. Chris Paul, bro, you had 10 points. You had 10 points, bro, in the NBA Finals game. You had 10 points. I remember a lot of people get on LeBron because he had, what, 8 points in a final? Chris Paul had 10. Chris Paul had 10. And you know what's crazy? He was a minus 10. So did you do anything on the court, bro? Anything at all? Chris Middleton stepped up. Dude dropped 42 points. His 3-point shooting was a little off that night, but yo, he started out aggressive. Like those first 2 quarters, and I think, and this is what I was saying to myself when I was watching the game. I was saying to myself, yo, Giannis is starting kind of slow, but I think he's starting slow because he's trying to get Chris Middleton going early. Chris Middleton, like, he was very, very great attacking the basket. He did shoot, did he shoot like 7 or 8 threes? I think he had like 7 or 8 threes. But he only hit like half, or like, no, he didn't hit half. He hit like 3. think he had like 3 3-pointers. Because at one point I was like, bro, you're not really killing it from three right now. Can you stop? And PJ Tucker, like I said, PJ Tucker, bro, this it's not the same dude from Houston. The PJ Tucker in Houston, the dude was like hitting threes he was hitting threes like every damn game. On Milwaukee, like I said, I think he's taking more of a defensive role because he's not really scoring too much. What did he have last game? Like 13, 14 points, something like that. But he hasn't really hit any threes. I don't think he hit any three at all last game. Brook Lopez, like, dude, we get it. You like shooting threes, but bro, you were like 0-5 from the 3-point line. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I know, the paint is clogged because Giannis is in there, but bro, stop shooting threes, bro. Stop. Your boy's about to be right. Actually, I just made a bet with one of my boys today because I asked him, I said, yo, who you got? And he's like, oh, I got the Suns, man. I think the Suns are going to take it. I'm like, really? You think the Suns going to win? He's like, yeah, I just think Devin Booker is going to kill him, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, I'll bet you. He's like, you want to bet? I was like, yeah, I'll bet you. So we bet. I was like, I'm taking the Bucks in 7. And he's like, nah, I got the Suns in 7. I'm like, oh, so you think it's going to go 7? He's like, the Suns might beat him in 6. I'm like, okay. So we got a bet. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'll see you with my money soon. Because I know the Bucks are going to win. The way that they've been like steamrolled, and the Bucks' this is the only problem they have, is that they just keep shooting threes. But like I said before, Chris Paul, on the other hand, this dude has been lighting them up on the mid-range, bro. They can't stop him in the mid-range. Devin Booker, same thing. Devin Booker, he's not really that great of a three-point shooter. He's all right. But Chris Paul in the paint is marking these dudes, bro. He only had that one bad game last game. I promise you, the next game, Chris Paul probably going to step up. And he's going to kill him from the paint. Like, they can't do anything with him from the paint. But he does something that's a little weird to me. He has the ball, and he'll drive in underneath the basket and, like, go behind it. And he does it, like, so consistently. I'm like, bro, what are you doing with the ball? Like he doesn't even run under the rim. He runs, like, under the glass. Like, I don't know what he's doing. And then when he gets there, he looks around. I'm like, bro, you could have literally just stood on the perimeter and looked for somebody to drive back door and then passing the ball. You doing all that, and then he just turns the ball over doing stuff like that. I don't know what he's doing, man. But hey, man, like I said, Bucks in 7. That's just what I believe, man. Chris Paul, hey, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm trying to win this bet, man. So that's all I got.